Hi there, David Katzmeyer from CNET. This is Toshiba's 50L2300U. This set is also available in a 39-inch size. This review will apply to both. This is one of Toshiba's least expensive TVs for 2013. Doesn't have any smart TV or any of those extra doodads, but it does have a 120 Hz refresh rate, although it's a little bit problematic. I'm going to get to that in a little bit, but first let's take a look at the main thing you might have noticed about this TV. It's two-tone styling. It's got silver on the bottom here, along the bottom of the panel itself, as well as a matching silver stand and this little pedestal that seems a little flimsy, but it's plenty strong in person. Doesn't allow the panel to swivel, however. The rest of the TV is a standard glossy black, relatively thick border around the edge, and it's actually pretty thick when you look at it on the side. That's because it's a direct LED, not an edge-lit model. Speaking of the edges, they are pretty curved, so all told, one of the nicer looking budget TVs you're going to find. The one standout feature on the spec sheet is 120 Hz, but Toshiba's flavor doesn't really behave like a 120 Hz TV. It really produces no picture quality benefit, none of that blurring reduction or even film-based cadence that we prefer to see on 120 Hz TVs. It behaves more like a 60 Hz television, so that's what we're going to call it. Toshiba equipped the L2300 with generally basic picture settings, but there is a color management system and a couple of tweaks you can do to grayscale, as well as the ability to adjust different picture modes, so that's pretty nice. Connectivity is ample with 3 HDMI, 1 component video, even a PC input. There's also a USB port, but that only really plays back photo and music, not video. Now, despite its relatively low price, we don't consider the L2300 a great value. That's because its picture quality was a little bit disappointing. It produces pretty light black levels. It also has that 120 Hz processing issue we talked about earlier, where it doesn't really behave like a 120 Hz TV, more like a 60 Hz model. There's also a pretty glossy reflective coating on the screen here, so it's not going to be as nice in a bright room as some of the other matte screens we've seen. On the flip side, it does have relatively accurate color, and we did appreciate the uniform screen, which is a direct result of having those LEDs behind the screen as opposed to along the edge. All told, however, you can find a better picture and more features in this price range. That's a quick look at Toshiba's L2300U LED LCD TV. I'm David Katzmeyer from CNET.